We have this 1997 Prevost we're continuing the work on here, and it is really fighting us every step of the way. We're struggling with the lug nuts on this tag. We're getting them. The torque multiplier, we were putting so much force on that. I was so afraid. I've never put that much force on it, and they still wouldn't turn. We've had them soaking in Croil overnight. The Milwaukee gun with the 12 amp hour battery at 100% charge has been able to get everything up to there, but nothing else would touch them. Like I said, even the multiplier wouldn't do it without me being very uncomfortable how tight it was. The Blue Point 1-inch gun, that's got the big air supply to it directly from the tank. That wouldn't touch it either. And we had 160 psi of air go into that, which that's only rated for like 90 psi. So we were definitely overpowering it. Well, the Milwaukee gun just hammering away on the socket broke it. We have other ones, but that socket lasted us a long time. So here we got the alternator removed, and we can see where that oil leak was coming from on this oil line way back on the far left over there. We've sprayed it down with some brake clean to kind of clean it up, but that's what was leaking back there. So we had to get the alternator out to even be able to see it. So we're going to take that oil line off and then take the fitting out of the block. It looks like it's leaking from the fitting on the block. There was a clean spot under there. Luckily, these side panel kind of fender skirts are easily removed. There's just a couple little clips that you pull, and then they come out of the way. And then you have great access to everything, like where the shocks are mounted at. You can really see up in here, the airbags, leveling valves, all that stuff. You can really get to them easy with having this removed. So it's nice that you can do this. You got great access to get up in here. Some buses, they put batteries up in there, like for house batteries and stuff like that too, for the RV conversions. But yeah, it really gives you good access to get those things removed. You got to be careful of those sharp, pointy things when you're working in there. And here we got this side off too. We're still working on this wheel. We got more of them off. I think there's what, two left on there now. Yeah, so we're getting there, but man, you got to have that Milwaukee gun at 100% charge on that battery to break them free, and you get one off.
First one that didn't impact all the way off.
Oh. Finally.
It took 2 days.
You won the battle, Jonathan.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that nasty rotor.
I was tired, been on for.
Yeah, but the brake shoe isn't, it's not hitting the whole thing.
Some crunching that's going on this wheel too.
Oh my gosh. I wouldn't go picking too hard at that if that thing explodes on you. That is an awful lot of rust inside the steel rim. That's scary, actually. A 50 DN is like the heaviest alternator you'll ever pick up. Weighs over 100 pounds. Let's see how there's a lip on there from them over tightening the lug nuts so much. All right, we got that fitting out, so now we're going to get everything cleaned up and get it resealed. Get the oil line hooked back up. So we took this fitting out. We're going to put some Permatex here on the threads. We like to use the right stuff. And then that will never leak again, that pipe thread. It's been out before. which is weird. You would think it's would have never been messed with. So here you can see that somebody just put new pads on it at some point. The rotor was really worn and it's really thin up in this area here. And then when they put new pads on it, the pads only touch this flat surface and they're never going to touch that until this wears far enough or the pad wears enough to start making contact there. So yeah, it's somebody put brand new flat pads on a crappy rotor, apparently a long time ago, because those are not new. Oh, that doesn't look right. Yeah, these rubber boots are all torn up and even gone on the bottom one there, and that allows, you know, the salt and water and everything to get in there and just causes to rust. And these aren't retracting all the way either. This is how they should look. This is the other side. This is still rusty, but nothing compared to that one. This is how Prevost shipped this, not in a box or anything. And, you know, no protective caps on the threads, and they're just flopping around and just trying to get it damaged to get here. Crazy. That is not the way to ship it. You just wrap something up around the ends. This should be all of our stuff here in this bag. All the bushings there. Open it up and look at it. Does it say a name brand on it?
No.
Ooh, that's a stiff one. Go ahead and try and release it. You clicked it to release? You clicked it to release?
Yeah, the last time we did it, it took
Ugh. Smooth. Is it getting easier or no? So that's this thing clicking. It's obviously almost seized on there, but not quite. As the tag axle's getting lifted. There's a grease fitting in there. We'll grease it all up. I'm gonna spray the one on the other side too. And we'll still hit the grease fittings too. I think that's all the way. I'm surprised that didn't catch fire. Huh? Yeah, you're moving the whole axle. Yeah. That's a lot of friction still. Try and get that pin out of there. It seems to be stuck. Get the cutter pin out and the washer off. That's good. Those have been in that position forever and they're just rusted. And they won't go back in because the boots are broken, so there's rust on them.
And try taking the chisel in there then?
I think just keep pulling. I think you're gonna get it. Okay, so we've got the vice grips clamped on there. There we go. See if the other one will come up.
Oh, it's going on better now, right?
It should. Let me put a pry bar in. I slipped the whole thing over.
Huh?
Oh, that's coming on.
This whole thing's just gonna
Yeah,
fall, isn't it?
watch your fingers. There we go. This is so rusty with those boots torn and missing and everything, and I mean, the overall shape of the caliper is in bad shape. I don't want to risk reusing it because of the condition of those boots and how rusty everything is. Because, like Brandon from Cardinal Coach, I talked to him about this a minute ago on the phone. He's like, replacing the caliper is a lot cheaper than having a fire from it. Because what'll happen is you get it working enough, and he'll drive it 100, 200 miles, and then it'll stop retracting, and next thing you know, it's catching the wheel on fire and the bus is on fire. And it's just not worth it to take the risk with these kind of parts. And this one's in such bad condition. It's just crazy. Don't get hurt. It turns. Oh, wow.
I think I'll have to grab a shorter socket for the other one in there.
If you flip that around, like go this way with it, now put it on there, I think that changes the angle where you want it. So the next flat. No, it goes to the same position. That's what sucks about using a breaker bar. Is that the one you run with the bottom one?
Yeah. I mean, I broke loose the other one.
Oh.
Just gonna break them, all these, or break it.
That's turning. That is an Icon half-inch drive ratchet in a 4-foot bar. Don't get pinched on that hub. Okay. Oh, you broke it. We were just breaking on it. See what's broken?
Huh?
You see what's broken? You ratchet right through the head.
Oh, yeah.
Holy shit. Okay, now we're up to 3/4 drive. And it's turning. We just broke that 1/2 inch breaker bar as well. So we broke the ratchet, we broke the breaker bar, we broke a wheel socket, everything all on this hub. This is gonna need some new studs too. Look at those. Those are not pretty. We've got 6 of these to get out, and right now 3 of them are broke loose.
Yeah.
This is my icon ratchet now. You gotta go to the bar too, huh? One broken ratchet wasn't enough. You're gonna have to go to multiple stores to get them replaced. Brandon at Carl Coach said a 30mm slogging wrench, wrench that you nail with the hammer, is the best tool for this. I don't have 30mm anything. Also, what, 1 3/16 is working. Get the bolt out of it. There you go. Hand that bolt. Definitely looks like they put anti-seize on it. These are one-time use only bolts, by the way, so they won't be getting reused. So are all these bolts here that hold the rotor on. Those are one-time use bolts. These bolts
Get on those.
This one will get an impact. Did you leave one of the top ones in?
Yeah, there's 2 in there.
God, impacts are nice.
I have to switch something different for the other one.
Can't get it on it. Let me see that socket. Yeah. So that's a swivel head, 1 3/16.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Impact. That's the problem with the swivel. You lose so much torque. Careful, you can't fall on you, right? Because the top one's in.
It shouldn't.
You want to leave that in for a minute so we get the brake lines broke loose?
Put it again.
This little pin catch here that hangs down on the part that has nailed me 3 times and Jonathan twice now. Put some tape over it to make it a little less sharp.
brake line go? Doesn't it go up?
See if you can disconnect the other end of it.
Yeah.
Got it broke here, but it's not swiveling here. So we're gonna try and get the swivel part to work. Okay, it's ready to come off. Which one's not the broken one? You just keep your leg up on it, it should rest on it. Oh, you got two of them in there still?
Yeah.
I think you're out of the caliper itself, aren't you? No?
Should be close.
Okay. That's a caliper. Here's the back side of the rotor that clearly didn't have much braking going on. Definitely goes uphill a lot. I'm suspecting that this is way below its minimum anyways to even turn it. That's just a pile of rust that came off the brake. Crazy. What size is it?
21.
21. Oh, we might have a metric impact in the black box over there if you want to try it.
I don't think so.
Oh, there's not? Okay.
I've never seen one like that. Just these.
Okay.
These are one-time uses too, aren't they?
Yeah. Say the first one was easy.
I guess we'll go this way.
Everything's got to be painted too. Broken?
It's cracked.
Another broken tool. They didn't have an impact one for
Well,
metrics.
Didn't grab mine. Metric. for the 13/16 metric edition. NASCAR.
You have to pound it back on?
Hmm?
You have to pound it back on, or is it good? Nice. The Earthquake XT half-inch drive. Want to try the other one that was stuck?
Hmm?
Try that first one. Couldn't get it the other gun. Definitely more powerful than Milwaukee.
Yeah. I like that sound.
Shit back there. Sure. How does it just lift off?
I doubt it. You can stand on it. No. That works, right?
Yeah, because the hub sits higher.
Yeah. There we go.
That's a mount for the shock. It's very rusted. Okay. So this doesn't want to come off because we're hitting here and it's hitting the radius rod where we can't get it off the one on the top. But if I lower the axle down, this stays with the body. That'll give me more distance right there. So we gotta lower the axle down. Jonathan noticed we got a free socket. There's a socket stuck on the airbag bolts up there for God knows how long. See if we can get it off, see if it's a good one. But yeah, if we lower the axle down, we should be able to get this off of the bottom and then get it off the top. I knew it was gonna be tight.
Go down, man.
Get in there, see if I can get it off. Not quite enough yet. Will it go down more? Okay, got the top off. I don't know if that really helped a lot. Wait, short. Phew. Gotta remember that, how to put it back on. Okay, we got the new one back on. It's progress. Man, this thing needs some serious rust prevention done to it. That shotgun. That one there's on. We gotta replace these leveling valves because they're leaking. This thing has definitely been a lot of work. For being one of the youngest buses that's ever been here. Alright, well here's some of the carnage of this bus. We broke the wheel socket. This thing has taken off thousands and thousands of lug nuts. I mean, it was just hammering and broke. Definitely not disappointed in it. It did real good. This socket broke. I mean, we were asking it to do an impossible job. 1,500 foot-pounds is probably what it took to get that off. And it's a chrome socket, not made for that, but we didn't have metrics to do the impact. This bus is metric, and everything here is SAE. This broke, half-inch drive. That's a common failure. And then this, when we split that whole head all the way through, that was shocking. But again, we were putting so much force on it. Usually I would have thought that it's actually a testament to the teeth in this. Even though it failed, I think it's a great failure, because usually the teeth on most ratchets that I've ever had that break, it's the teeth that break on the inside when you have that much force on them. So to actually bust the case on it, that was really, really impressive. Obviously we were abusing the tool, and hopefully they will replace it though, but that's, I think that's pretty impressive that it held up to what it did. So this bus has officially broken the most tools of any bus, and we're not even done. Well, that's it for today, and tomorrow we should be starting to try and get that front end all apart. That should be a lot of fun.